So again, those are owning digital real estate. I like to say that there's also a space where you rent. And when you think about social networks, when I say renting, I want to make sure that I don't confuse anyone here. It's getting people to understand that you don't own these social network channels, but you have the ability to be able to go in and to secure a customized URL. So if you look at the bottom of these, you'll see Facebook.com/Nike, the Twitter, and Instagram account is the same. So they've went out and they've secured these. And so it's important, so when people are looking for information and they're doing searches, you want to make sure that you own it. You own the names of the businesses that you have or that you're looking to run, because if not, someone else can secure those, and they can kind of hijack your brand and kind of own the conversation online. So again, being consistent, not only consistent in the look, but consistency in terms of the naming convention for the URLs, for the customized URLs. And that becomes very important in terms of you being able to communicate and articulate that story. All right, next slide. So a lot of these channels allow you or give you the ability to be creative in terms of being able to share stuff. So what you'll notice many times if you look at my Facebook page, I use my cover photo as an opportunity for me to be able to share. And one of the points I want to share here is that as an independent professional, you have to be confident. You have to be able to tell your own story. And personal branding kind of gets mixed reviews sometimes, because some people think that it's ego-driven, and some people don't go far enough. So there's this balance in terms of being able to tell your story. But I always feel like that if it's my social network profile, I can share whatever I want online. Now again, you can't just share everything about you, but again, if there's something specific I'm doing, like if I did some stuff when I went to the White House, I thought that was important. I wanted to share that, not because I wanted to brag, but because I wanted to be able to, for other people to see it, and just for that to drive other business opportunities that you have. So again, always thinking about that in terms of how you can leverage those on your own channels. But again, it can't just always be about you. Some other things to think about are location-based social networks. So one of the more popular ones is FOURSQUARE. And what I like to call this is really it's a lifestyle app. So typically, for me, people only check in the cool places. Right? And that's just kind of how people are. So what I do is I always check in the airports, because I want people to know that there's people that are flying me out to speak and to do other things. I always check in when I go work out, and I check in when I go to church. That's just me. And I check in the cool restaurants. So does it give 100% picture of who I am? No. But it lets you know that if there's a lot of activity in flying, okay, well, people see some type of value in that. If I'm working out a lot, and then when you see me face to face, it reflects that I look like I've been working out. It sends a message about my commitment to health and, and making sure that I'm disciplined. So again, I think different things that can come from that. So again, just think about if there are ways that you can check in where you don't feel like they're going to invade your privacy, but you can do some really interesting things where it can kind of reinforce certain aspects of your character and of the value system of your brand. Here's an example that I want to use. Frank Chimero is a designer based out of Brooklyn, New York. And so he had a book idea. And so with the book idea, he wanted to come out with a book that was called The Shape of Design. And so we live in a world today where really people are looking for social proof. So if I'm a business and I'm looking to hire someone to go on this phone, you can show me resumes all day. And I personally don't really care about that. What I'm more interested in is I want you to show me the work that you've done. And I know certain people might be in certain regulated industries where that's not as easy to do, right? So there might be industries that are regulated, and I recognize that. But now, are there ways that you can validate or that can provide credibility in terms of the work that you've actually done? So a quick example here is that he had a Kickstarter campaign that he had. He wanted to raise $27,000, raised $112,000, got 2,109 people to back his idea. Basically, what this is communicating to anybody is that, look, he's able to galvanize a community of people because there's no way that he's met 2,109 people in the real world that he knows for free. The average person doesn't know that many people. He was able to raise a tremendous amount of money. So if I see this and I'm looking for someone in the marketing space or someone who fits Frank's profile, I'm really interested in Frank because Frank was able to get his idea manufactured, produced, and bring his idea to market. And that's greater than saying that I worked at company ABC. So again, social proof and think about ways to drive people to places online. 89% of people use their smartphones throughout the day. This is my daughter who just turned 3. I was taking a picture of her, and she decided to take a picture of me. So I just wanted to kind of share that with you. So again, people have their phones on them all day, and so you have to think about that as you're starting to share information about your brand. This is a really funny one that I wanted to share. 39% of people use their smartphones when in the bathroom. So part of the last two slides that I want to share is this point here, is that people are constantly looking at your information. And so you have to make sure that your information is optimized for mobile. Think about your website. Think about if people are looking at your social networks from a mobile device, what are they going to see? What's going to be the visual impression that they're going to have? What kind of graphics are there? What pictures? Those things become very important. Now here I want to cover a lot of ground, and I want to throw a lot of information out at you today so that you can walk away with homework. I don't know how many people came expecting homework assignments, but you're going to need some homework today. So we're going to cover 3 areas. There's more, but we're just going to cover just a few. So we're going to talk about productivity, promotions, and payment. So just a few links that kind of fall into this. So there's some link shorteners that you can use. You can go to Bitly, and so it's one way for you to get some analytics when you're sharing links in social networks. So if you're sharing links to different URLs online, you can set a profile up and allows you to be able to track what's popular. If you're sharing content online in various social networks, there's data that shows that if you have links, it's more likely to get reshared, reposted, or retweeted. The value is not in the tweet, it's in the retweet, or it's in the repost, because again, now your information is being shared with whoever shared that information, their entire community. Everyone should think about how they're going to manage their email distribution list. This is probably one of the most important and most critical pieces that you have as a business, is this email list. So again, there's a couple of tools. Constant Contact, MailChimp allows you to do some really cool things, print newsletters. But again, giving people the ability to be able to subscribe to this becomes important. So on your website, there needs to be a link that allows people to be able to subscribe, or allows you to be able to pull in email addresses. Dropbox. The other ones are box.net. But again, the ability to be able to access files on the go. So if someone needs me, what I try to do is there's certain files that I know are important. I try to make sure that I have those uploaded into my Dropbox that I can access on my phone so that I can get to them at any point in time. So again, having access to that, especially their business accounts that allow you to be able to share documents if there are multiple people within the business that you have. But it's a really powerful tool to be able to access stuff from either a smartphone, a tablet, or a laptop. Something else, your phone or your smartphone has the ability to be a scanner as well. So I use an actual app called Jot Not Pro, but there's also Genius Scan, Cam Scanner. There's a whole slew of scanner apps. So I don't publish my fax numbers. I really don't need to. If I need to fax something, I can fax it from my phone. I can take a picture and I can send a PDF. They also link back to other file storage systems. It'll link back to Dropbox. It'll link back to Google Drive, to Evernote. So there's a lot of different things you can do from that particular standpoint, but it allows you to be able to access information and documents on the go. Sign My Pad, a really powerful app that I have that I love. It gives me the ability to be able to sign documents on the go. So There are times where I've gotten calls or the contract, and they're like, we need to sign immediately. We need to sign so that we can get this done because we have money that we have earmarked that has to be spent, and I need the signature. I say, fine, email me the document. I sign it, and I get it right back to them. I can sign it from any text device. So again, if you need the ability to be able to sign, sign a document, this is one that I personally use a lot, and I found to be extremely valuable. Hootsuite gives you the ability to be able to post content to multiple different social networks from one place. So again, another great tool.